Hello team, welcome back, and today we will see how we can upload a Docker image. So we have already seen how we can download the Docker image, how we can tag the Docker image. Today we will see how we can upload our local image to hub.docker.com. Let's start with. So to upload an image to hub.docker.com, first you must have the account on hub.docker.com. So first I will open out the Google and check do I have the account on hub.docker.com. So on a Google, I will type Docker Hub, hit enter, and very first link you will get about the hub.docker.com. I will click this link. If you don't have the account, you need to create your account over here, right? If you already have an account, click on the sign in button and verify your credentials. So I will enter my email ID as a username and then I will enter my password. So we can see we have successfully logged in my account. So we have seen we have an account on hub.docker.com. If you don't have the account, you need to create the one first. So Docker Cloud uses Docker Hub as its native registry for storing both public and private repositories. So it means Docker Cloud is using the Docker Hub as a native repository for its all the private and public images. Once you post your image, it will be pushed on the Docker Hub and they will be available for the Docker Cloud to use. So again the question comes in how we can upload the images on docker.com. For this, first we need to enter a command docker login from a terminal. What it will do, it will ask you to enter the username and password. So basically over here you need to enter your dockerhub.com password and username, right? Once you will successfully log in, you need to enter a command docker image push your username which you have on a hub.docker.com and then your image name which you want to upload, right? So let's see how we can upload an image on a hub.docker.com. So we are on our terminal and first I need to list all the images which is present on my Docker machine. So I will enter command docker images and here is the list of all the images which I have on my machine. This is the image which we have created in the previous lecture. And suppose I want to push this image on hub.docker.com. So I need to enter the command docker image push, then provide my image name which is Ubuntu test. Hit enter. So you can see it is preparing to upload my image on my hub.docker.com. But at the end, I'm getting the error denied, request access to the resources denied. So first I need to set up a authorized session with my hub.docker.com. For this, I need to enter a command docker login. Hit enter and it will ask you the username of your hub.docker.com account. For this, you need to go to your hub.docker.com account and over here you are getting your username. In my case, my username is Anshul DevOps, right? I will again go to my terminal, enter my username, hit enter. Now I need to enter my hub.docker.com password and it's done. It is saying, warning, your password will be stored unencrypted in this particular file. Configure the credential helper, remove this file. Login success. So if you will see, you will get your password at this particular location. If I will show you cat, then enter this location config.json, hit enter. Then you can see over here you are getting a JSON and in this JSON we have the authorization key. So this is my authorization key, right? So if this key will be lost, if you lost this key, then anyone can log into your account, right? So if you are using in a secure environment, in a production environment, then after your upload, you have to successfully remove this particular key. And how we can remove this key? You need to execute a command docker logout. It will automatically remove this particular key, this particular JSON from your machine, right? Now I will try to upload my image with the command we was executing earlier. For this, I will clear out my console and again execute the command which we was executing earlier. So I will execute a command docker image push, then my image name, hit enter. And you can see it is pushing my image over the hub.docker.com. And it is saying requested access to the resource is denied. Why it is not uploading my image, right? It is not uploading your image because your image naming convention is not correct. If I will again tag this image in this particular way, Docker image tag Ubuntu, this is my source image. Now I will tag Anshul DevOps slash Ubuntu test or anything, whatever you want, right? Hit enter. Docker images. So you can see a new image Anshul DevOps slash Ubuntu test is being created. And if I want to upload this particular image, then I would be able to enter command Docker image push, enter the particular image name, right? Hit enter, and you can see it is uploading your image. So what is the reason why it was not uploading my earlier image and why it is uploading my current image which I just renamed? And it's done. It's all done, right? Now we need to understand the reason. So we have already discussed about it when we was discussing about the official image and when we was discussing about the unofficial image. So for this I need to go to my hub.docker.com, and suppose I will refresh my browser, then you can see a new image will be present over here. See, Ubuntu test is being present over here. Over here we are getting the latest image which I just uploaded. Why it just accepted this name Anshul DevOps slash then the image name? Why it was not accepting the Ubuntu test? Because single word image name is just allowed to the official image of the Docker. If you will search for any image like Ubuntu, then you can see a single word name is just allowed to the official images. This is official, this is official, this is official. Rest all of the images will be with the slash, and before the slash you have the account name, and after the slash you have your image name. This is the same reason I was not able to upload the Ubuntu test this image, and I just uploaded Anshul DevOps slash Ubuntu test, right? So this is the important point which we need to remember when we are creating the image. Now I will explore my image. So I will go to my hub.docker.com, go to dashboard, and click on the details of the image which I just uploaded. So over here I'm not getting any description, I'm not getting anything else because I know I didn't provide, right? So right now we are just testing how we can upload the images. In the future lecture we will build our own image and we will upload it, right? I will go to the tags, and you can see this image was pushed 2 minutes ago. Then over here I'm getting the latest tag. Over here I'm getting the latest tag, but you can see at the time of upload I didn't provide any tag. So by default it took the latest one. Now suppose if I will change the tag of this particular image, I will again execute the command docker image tag, specify my image name, then again specify my image name but with a specific version like 1.0.1. Hit enter, clear out my console, again execute the command docker images. So we can see another image with the tag 1.0.1 is present over here, right? But you can see the ID of all these images are same because they are just copied with each other, right? I will again push my image, docker image push, specify my image, put colon, specify my version 1.0.1, hit enter, and it's done. Now here we need to notice a major update. Over here I'm getting a message layer already exists, layer already exists, layer already exists. This is the thing which I didn't get when I first time uploaded my images. So by this way we can understand Docker internally verify that where is the change, and we don't have any change in the layers, we don't have any change in our file system, so it will not upload the earlier file system to the hub.docker.com. and same mechanism will be applicable for the download as well. If you are downloading some image and it don't have any change in their file system, there is just change in the version or in the tag, then it will not download the all layers or the complete image. It will download only the part which is different from the previous one or which is different from the existing one, right? If you will change anything in the file system and you will upload it, then it will show you the change over here, right? But you didn't change anything in the file system. That complete file system is present on the hub.docker.com. So quickly Docker identified the image is same. It's just there is a change of the tag. It just uploaded the same image with the tag. So at the runtime it just changed the tag. The image data is same. And this is the most optimized way to keep the images, right? Now if I will again go to my hub.docker.com and refresh my page, so you will get another tag over here 1.0.1, right? So the same image is present with the two tags, the two versions. First is latest and second is 1.0.1. So this is the way how you can upload your images. This is the way how you can log in to your hub.docker.com from the console, right? Now suppose I have done my job, so I will execute a command docker logout. Hit enter and see removing login credential from this particular location, right? If I will again show you cat root.docker.config.json, hit enter, then you are not getting your authorization key. Your key is being removed. So always remember, when you log in to your account from some unknown machine over unknown secure over unsecure networks over some other servers, then you must have to log out your account to remove your authorization key. Otherwise it will be misused, right? So this is the way how we can upload our own images on the hub.docker.com with different versions, with different names, with different tags, and what data is actually being uploaded on the hub.docker.com. If data is already exists there, then Docker identify the differences and it will upload only the difference or the delta. So thank you guys, thanks for your time.